By August of 1915, an army camp had been set up at the Dubbo Show Ground. Recruits from across the Western districts were sent to Dubbo to begin their basic training. The camp would become the most visible symbol of the war in Dubbo, and much of community life became centred on the support and entertainment of troops stationed at the camp.
The Dubbo military camp is regarded by those best qualified to judge as one of the best, if not actually the best, in the Commonwealth, in point of healthiness, discipline and training. The men who have undergone a probationary term in the local camp have always given satisfactory evidence of the excellence of the instruction imparted here, and have amply maintained the reputation of Dubbo as a training centre. When the last contingent of troops from Dubbo were paraded in their new quarters, in one of the camps nearer the metropolis, the major in charge acclaimed, "Gee, they can march." The boys themselves, however, said their new location was not a patch on good old Dubbo, and they sent their regards to all who had made their brief stay as pleasant and as comfortable as possible.
Dubbo women directed much time and energy towards those at the camp, setting up a camp library, holding concerts in the main pavilion, enacting Pudding Day, which saw dozens of puddings donated to the camp. Such efforts on the part of the community ensured that those who left for the front left feeling well supported, encouraged and fed.
On Sunday afternoon, the men in camp were guests of the citizens. The ladies of the town, assisted by some willing workers among the sterner sex, provided afternoon tea, a general term which, however, is most inadequate for the occasion. It was a veritable feast of the luxuries that appeal to the soldier lads. There was fruit and cake, and best of all, perhaps, there were cigarettes by the thousands, and tobacco in practically unlimited quantities. The lads had the time of their lives. They lay down in the long green grass as the fair ones of Dubbo waited on them and regarded it as the greatest possible honour and privilege to do so.
Not everyone, though, was happy with the camp or the way it was run. In June of 1916, Percy Brunton, also known as the Peanut King, was charged with prejudicing recruitment when he gave an impromptu speech in Talbragar Street.
Captain A.D. Wallace, Commanding Officer AIF Camp Dubbo, stated on Saturday night about 8 o'clock he was walking up Talbragar Street, and opposite Marcus Clark's he came across a crowd of people who were being addressed by the defendant. Brunton was ridiculing the authority of the camp by mocking the different orders of drill movement. Addressing the soldiers in the crowd, the defendant said, "Why were you men kept waiting for your pay last Saturday?" And answering his own question, he went on, "The district commandant was supposed to come up here last Saturday, but he did not do so because he was fooling around somewhere else." At this stage, he was interrupted by the police, who said something to him. The defendant said, "Let me tell the crowd. They want to know what it is all about." Witnesses then had a conversation with the police officer and instructed him to place the accused under arrest.
Percy was found guilty. His objections, though, were not the norm, and the community showed heartfelt, genuine kindness towards the soldiers in the camp. The camp continued in operation until November 1916.